Hold your ground. The meaning is to refuse to move backwards, especially when you're being attacked. A group of monkeys traveling through the forest saw a lake and came down to have a drink. But the lake happened to be home to a demon who threatened to harm them if they came closer. Despite being scared, the monkey chief held his ground and was ultimately able to get water for all his fellow monkeys. Hold your ground. The meaning is to refuse to move backwards, especially when you're being attacked. Burn the midnight oil. The meaning is to stay up working, especially studying late at night. Raju loved to play, so he ignored studies. Because of this, he had no choice but to burn the midnight oil during the exams. Burn the midnight oil. The meaning is to stay up working, especially studying late at night. A golden opportunity. Jim and Ellie loved to dance and sing. Getting a chance to audition for a reality show was a golden opportunity for them to showcase their talent. A golden opportunity means an excellent opportunity that is not likely to be repeated. Add fuel to fire. The meaning is to make the situation worse. Tina was in trouble with her mother for playing outside when she was supposed to be studying for her exams. Her little brother, Sam, added fuel to fire by complaining to their mother that Tina had also played in the pond and gotten herself completely wet earlier. Add fuel to fire. The meaning is to make the situation worse. Dog in the manger means one who prevents others from enjoying something, despite having no use for it. Charn and Mahesh were neighbors who did not like each other. Now, there was a mango tree between their houses, for which Charn had no interest or use. But his dog in the manger attitude prevented Mahesh from enjoying it. Dog in the manger means one who prevents others from enjoying something, despite having no use for it. Bone of contention. Having suffered heavy losses in his business, a merchant decided to try his luck in some other town. In his absence, he gave a beam of iron to his friend for safekeeping. But on his return, the very same iron piece became a bone of contention between the two. as the friend had been hoping to sell the beam and keep the money. Bone of contention. The meaning of this idiom is the subject or point of an argument, an unsettled point of disagreement. Burst into tears means to weep heavily, suddenly. In a village, a man lived happily with his family. But suddenly he died. On hearing the news of her husband's death, the man's wife burst into tears. Burst into tears means to weep heavily, suddenly. Pull one's leg. Sam, Rachel, Rebecca, and Sid are good friends who always play together. They have a lot of fun, and each enjoys pulling the other's leg just for a laugh. Pull one's leg. The meaning of this idiom is play a joke on or tease. Within a stone's throw means very close. Sam walked to school every day. Because he stayed very close to it. His house was just a stone's throw away. Within a stone's throw means very close. With flying colors. The meaning is easily and excellently. Brad was very regular to school and studied systematically throughout the term. Thus, he was able to pass his exams with flying colors. With flying colors. The meaning is easily and excellently. To take one's breath away. The meaning of the idiom is to overwhelm someone with beauty or grandeur, to surprise or astound someone. Everyone has heard about the story of Cinderella, who is left behind to do chores while her stepmother and stepsisters go to the royal ball. When this happens, a fairy godmother appears and transforms her so that she may go to the ball. The ballroom in the palace was filled with many pretty girls. But when the beautiful Cinderella entered the ballroom in her new attire, she took the prince's breath away. To take one's breath away. The meaning of the idiom is to overwhelm someone with beauty or grandeur, to surprise or astound someone. In the meantime. The ruler of Persia, wanted to test the intelligence of Emperor Akbar's court and sends one of his ministers to the court of Akbar to ask if anyone could tell him how many turns there were in the streets of Agra. All are confused, and Akbar deploys soldiers to go out and find the answer. Just then, Birbal comes to the court and learns about the question. He promises to have the answers ready by the next morning, but in the meantime, he asks the emperor to tell his men to stop counting the turns in the streets of Agra. In the meantime. The meaning is, during the intervening time. Fish in troubled waters. A young prince went hunting. In the forest, he came across a beautiful girl chained near a hill. On inquiring, he found that she was a princess from the neighboring kingdom who had been captured by a wicked giant. She asks him to leave so that he may be saved from the wrath of the giant. But the brave prince went fishing in troubled waters to rescue the princess from this giant. Fish in troubled waters means to involve oneself in a difficult, confused, or dangerous situation, especially with a view to gaining an advantage. Show one's true colors. The meaning is, reveal oneself as one really is. Once a rabbit and a partridge got into an argument over the ownership of a hole in the base of a tree. They asked a harmless-looking jungle cat to impartially judge their problem. As she was old and deaf, she asked them to come closer to be able to hear them better. When they did so, she pounced on them and eats them up, showing her true colors. Show one's true colors. The meaning is, reveal oneself as one really is. On the pretense of. The meaning of this idiom is to make an excuse. A wicked wolf caught a kid goat alone in the forest and said that he would eat the goat. But, on the pretense of admiring the wolf's voice, the kid goat asked him to sing, knowing that it would warn the dogs guarding the herd and they would rescue him. On the pretense of. The meaning of this idiom is to make an excuse. Pull the wool over one's eyes. The meaning of this idiom is to deceive or fool someone. A hunter spotted a tree in the forest that was home to a flock of geese. Noticing a strong creeper growing on it, he climbed up and laid nets to trap them. The geese got trapped in the net on their return. To escape, they pulled wool over the hunter's eyes by pretending to be dead and flew away when he freed all of them from the net and dropped them to the ground. Pull the wool over one's eyes. The meaning of this idiom is to deceive or fool someone. Bitter pill to swallow means an unpleasant fact, disappointment, or humiliation that is difficult to endure. Two friends, a donkey and a fox, would go to a farm every night and eat fresh cucumber. One night, the donkey wanted to sing out loud. No matter how the fox pleaded, the donkey refused to believe that he could not sing. When he started singing loudly, the fox ran away from there and the guard beat the donkey very badly. This made the donkey realize that the fox had said the truth about his singing. It was a very bitter pill for him to swallow. Bitter pill to swallow means an unpleasant fact, disappointment, or humiliation that is difficult to endure. Take leave of one's senses. The meaning of this idiom is behave irrationally, act crazy. In a faraway kingdom lived a king who was very fond of hunting. The king also had a pet falcon whom he was very fond of. Once during a hunting session, the king got separated from his group as he had traveled far into the forest, with only the faithful falcon following him. Soon he saw a pond with sparkling water. Feeling thirsty, he scooped some into his palms, but the falcon refused to let him drink any. The strange behavior of the bird made the king think that the falcon had taken leave of its senses. Take leave of one's senses. The meaning of this idiom is behave irrationally, act crazy. Put a spoke in one's wheel. All of us know about Emperor Akbar and his favorite courtier, Birbal. There were some who were jealous of Birbal for this reason and spared no chance to put a spoke in his wheel by trying to poison the emperor's mind against him. Put a spoke in one's wheel. The meaning of the idiom is to obstruct the progress. Leave no stone unturned. The meaning is make every possible effort. In a forest lived 4 friends, a deer, a crow, a rat, and a tortoise. One day, a hunter came to their forest and captured the tortoise. The deer, the crow, and the rat left no stone unturned to save their friend, the tortoise, from the hunter. Leave no stone unturned. The meaning is make every possible effort. Learning happens through sharing. What are you waiting for? Share what you like.